Instead, if we take a cost segregation study, we're not just going to say, oh, we have a building and some land, right? We're going to say, not only did we buy a building, but we bought everything that's inside the building.
Hi, I'm Bette Hochberger, CPA, CGMA. This channel aims to educate you on tax, tech, crypto, and finance-related news. Come learn how to grow and keep your wealth.
Today, we're going to talk briefly about what is a cost segregation study. So, my folks in the real estate world, I'm sure you've heard about cost segregations quite frequently because they're a powerful tool. They really are. What a cost segregation study is it segregates costs, right? Okay, now everything's clear. But in reality, what you're doing is you're taking a piece of property and you're breaking it down into its component pieces. So say you buy a house that's $1 million house, right? Normally, we break off some piece for land, and land is not tax deductible. So you've got the building. Maybe we'll use that old-fashioned 80-20 split. So you say, of my $1 million house, 80% is the building, 20% is the land. And now I'm going to depreciate my building over maybe 27 years. We'll use that just as an example. So you've got 80% of $1 million, you got 800,000 divided by 27 years, which is a nice steady depreciation of the building over time. Now, instead, if we take a cost segregation study, we're not just going to say, oh, we have a building and some land. Right? We're going to say, not only did we buy a building, but we bought everything that's inside the building, including things like appliances, right? Maybe in their whole kitchen, you've got dishwashers and refrigerators, all that kind of stuff you'd have in there. Maybe you've got ceiling fans. Maybe you've got a pool. Maybe you've got decking. You've got all these different components of the property, and you break down that 80% of the $1 million cost into different categories. So why is that useful? Well, some of those categories are going to be eligible for bonus depreciation, which means in the year that you bought the property, you can take way more than the 1/27th of $800,000, right? You can take maybe you can allocate like $100,000 to appliances. I'm just making up numbers here, right? Don't hold me to it. So maybe you can say, okay, $100,000 of that, I'm going to bonus depreciate this year. And when it's a really good year, you get 100% bonus depreciation, which we're not in right now, but it's still better than the 1/27th of the entire cost of the building that you would otherwise get. So the goal here is to accelerate a lot of the depreciation up front in the first year or the first couple of years. And that's why cost segregation studies are really powerful tools, because you can take the component parts of the building and write them off faster, right? Writing them off meaning we're going to bonus depreciate them and we're going to see a bigger tax bang for our buck, so to speak. So real estate folks, you might want to look into those cost segregation studies. It's not good all the time. If the property is really small and the price point's really small, you're not going to see a big benefit, right? And if it's something that you're going to sell relatively quickly, it might also be bad because of depreciation recapture, which we'll have to talk about in another video. But they're definitely a handy tool. They have their place. And if you're looking for a cost segregation study, we actually do provide them. We do them a lot for especially our short-term rental folks. They tend to really love those cost segregation studies. So are you thinking about getting one? Do you have other questions? Cost segregation studies specifically? Drop a message, let us know, contact my office, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for sticking around. I hope you learned something new. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe to my channel if you want to continue improving your tax and financial literacy. Bye.